Continue. For many people, New Year's resolutions tend to focus on health, like getting in shape, losing weight, and eating better. But sometimes those resolutions can be unsustainable, I should say,
for most,
as you move into the year.
Most people, it's very hard to sustain. That's why our next guest, a registered dietitian, is sharing some of the best health resolutions you can make this year. And she joins us, Victoria Seaver, Associate Editorial Director for Eating Well. I mean,
Good
you
morning,
and your
Victoria.
proto, so gorgeous.
Showing off. Look at that.
I know. Went with lots of color this morning.
Love it, love it, love it.
It is fantastic. So as a dietitian, how do you feel about New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, so as a dietitian and here at Eating Well, we think that they tend to be a little bit too restrictive. So rather than trying to stick to a restrictive diet or really exhausting exercise regimen, we have a different set of plans for you this year.
I like that. So give us an idea. What's the first resolution that you have planned for us in terms of eating right?
Yeah, so first and foremost, eat more vegetables. That's the #1 thing you can do for your health, whether it's trying to lose weight or improve heart health. Vegetables, we know, have tons of beneficial nutrients and antioxidants, and they're satisfying. And also make it easier on yourself. You don't have to prep everything from scratch. Reach for frozen options and pre-prepped options from the produce section to make it easy to actually eat veggies at every meal.
What do you do? Where do you stand on the cooked vegetable versus the raw vegetable?
Yeah, well, actually, certain cooked vegetables have an increased availability of nutrients when they are cooked. So tomatoes, for instance, like this beautiful tomato, when you cook it, the lycopene, which is an antioxidant, actually becomes more available. And then there's some where the nutrients decrease a little bit, but you're still getting those benefits, whether they're cooked or raw. Just eat the veggies.
What about root vegetables? Because they kind of get a bad rap, any type of potato, sweet potato. Are they still good for you, or should you limit your intake of those?
No, absolutely. Eat all the root veggies. The colors say a lot about your fruits and veggies. So the orange of your sweet potato or yams gives you a nutrient called vitamin A. Potatoes, white potatoes, are incredibly high in vitamin C, which is an anti-inflammatory antioxidant. So eat them, definitely.
Oh, I like that.
I love that.
That's good news.
Yeah, especially since a lot of root vegetables grow in Puerto Rico.
But please, malanga and the rest of them.
And all the rest. We can't really talk about diet without talking about exercise. The two are kind of, symbiotic creatures. What do you think about exercise as a resolution, and how can folks stick to it?
Yes. So instead of setting some really kind of unrealistic, exhausting exercise goals that you feel like you have to do because it's a chore or something you have to check off, instead shift your mindset to focus on exercise you actually enjoy doing, whether it's walking, biking, swimming. And focusing on movement you actually enjoy will, 1, help you do it more often, and 2, will help you exercise without even realizing it.
Yeah.
So we talked about nutrition, we talked about exercise, but a very valuable part of our lives, sleep. So people make this sleep resolution, they're going to get more rest. How do we stay on track with something like that?
Yes. So it doesn't always happen, but going to sleep and waking up at the same time every day can help support a healthy sleep schedule. We know sleep helps us get more energy during the day, but it also helps to support our immune system. Research shows it can make balancing blood sugars easier. So really sticking to that bedtime at night and wake time in the morning as much as you can. I know there's parents out there listening that it's not always possible.
Good luck.
It's so funny, as I'm listening to you, Victoria, and I see your produce, all of these things we mentioned, food, diet, exercise, sleep, they really are all dependent on each other. And when one is out of sync, it's almost like a domino effect.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. I know. It's a balance, really. It takes a balance, and all of these things are pillars to your health, I always say. Healthy eating, exercise, sleep, also things like meditation and social time with friends are also really important.
Right, we're going to speak about that because that was one of my resolutions. So far, I'm 0 for 23.
Oh, no!
But what about a meditation resolution? And in my case, let's say you start and you stop, you could forgive yourself and jump back on, obviously.
Absolutely. And that right there is key to making health changes that will last forever. Don't get down on yourself if you're not doing it every single day. Doing some is better than nothing. So with meditation, whether you do a minute or 30 minutes a day, it counts. It really helps to decrease stress levels. There's also research that shows meditation can help lower blood pressure levels. So it can be really beneficial no matter how little or how much you do.
And now there's so many apps also as well, because I always feel like I don't know how to meditate, so guided meditation
There is, absolutely.
helps a lot too.
Yes, it does.
You touched on this, which is so important for us, especially because we work all the time, it feels like. Make time to be social.
You make time to be social?
I'm antisocial.
Right?
Tell the value of this. Come on.
Yeah. So, well, I think first of all, when people make really restrictive health resolutions, they often skip out on things like dinner and drinks with friends, or they're too tired to get together. And that can be really isolating and take a toll on our health. We know research says that spending time with friends and family that we love can not only boost our mental health, but our overall health. So whether it is going out for dinner or drinks, going for a walk, or even a simple phone call, make sure you schedule that time in, because it's really important.
Victoria,
Literally.
great information. Real quick question. That one item down there that's sliced open with a kind of a little
It's a
red
fuchsia,
pulp in there, what is that?
Watermelon radish. And I chose it specifically because it's so beautiful and so colorful. And I like to just slice it really thin and put it on salads.
Oh.
You could even try pickling it. It's a delicious and beautiful vegetable.
I've got to look for my produce. I had not seen that yet.
I'm gonna bring one in for you.
Okay.
We're gonna have it as a snack.
She was showing up because she knew what it was. I had never seen that
I
before.
know my produce. I know my produce. Victoria,
Thanks
thank you
so much,
so
Victoria.
much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Stay